Despite a rise in the number of COVID-19 cases statewide and among children, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer says she has no plans to impose mask mandates in schools.
However, schools can make their own rules, and our Mike Kravsik is live at Comstock High School. Mike, to say, or tell us rather, how it's going there under their district-wide mask mandate.
Yeah, Andy, classes started in the district about a week and a half ago, and the superintendent tells me that students have been complying with this mask mandate. He says parents aren't pushing back either. Of course, that's not the case in every district in West Michigan. The governor insists that local rule is the most effective, but not everyone agrees.
Huge shout out to Oriole Park.
Governor Whitmer doubling down on her decision to let local school districts decide to wear masks.
We know that broad mandates are only so effective, that when they happen at the local level, it increases compliance.
The governor's office says 60% of Michigan students are under a mask mandate, which she says is working effectively, while speaking to reporters at an event at a Wyoming elementary school. The governor questioned about this video showing students packing into a Washtenaw County high school in violation of the county's health department mandate. The incident raising questions about who's enforcing those local mandates.
Whether it's the state, the police, or other organizations, they need to address it at the local level. But our kids, by and large, are very compliant with masking.
Kalamazoo and Allegan counties are some of the 12 local counties statewide whose health departments have implemented school mask orders. Comstock School Superintendent Jeff Tanis says he mandated a mask order before the health department did.
So I think if it were a statewide mandate, it would make it, I think, easier on local officials like myself. We're not health experts, but we're put in a situation of having to make decisions about health.
Other superintendents tell me it's been difficult for individual districts to make those decisions. There's still anger and outrage against masks across West Michigan.
We need to give one another a little bit of grace. This has been a long, tough time for every single one of us, but we have the tools now. We know enough now to stay safe.
The state reported 31 school outbreaks of COVID-19 across Michigan. That's triple the number since last week. Since the President Biden has mandated vaccine requirements for federal workers, we asked Governor Whitmer about state workers. She says right now it doesn't appear the state has the tools to do that. And again, she is against any broad mandate.
New this morning, we're hearing from parents with kids in Kalamazoo Public Schools after the district announced this week that they would have to cancel bus routes on a rolling basis due to a lack of staffing. News Channel 3's Lexi Petrovich is live in Kalamazoo this morning. Lexi, parents tell you they're overwhelmed by the uncertainty of the situation.
Good morning. Well, signs like the one behind me here saying now hiring bus drivers have been advertised here at Kalamazoo Public Schools and really throughout Michigan for months now. It's part of a nationwide bus driver shortage, and it's now finally really hitting Kalamazoo Public Schools as they have to cancel some of their bus routes, leaving them with really no other choice. And parents in the district tell me while they understand the situation at hand is difficult, they're most frustrated with the lack of notice that they're receiving. KPS says they're trying to identify the bus routes they're unable to cover by the night before, but there can be more cancellations the morning of school with little to no notice for families. District buses operate on a 3-tiered system with the same driver taking students to and from 3 different schools every day, meaning that when a route is canceled, it will impact students in 3 different buildings. Chantel Parsons has 5 kids in 3 different schools in the KPS district. She says as a single mom still looking for work, this is bringing additional challenges.
Stuck in the middle because I feel like we've been through enough already, but I feel like KPS has done a little bit, but not enough.
During the first week of school, the district says they were able to manage transportation by utilizing every bus driver employed by the district, and that included office staff and mechanics who had a proper license. Still ahead at 6, what happens for families who can't find an alternate route, plus how some families are taking to social media to help one another.
We're also hearing from people right here in West Michigan. News Channel 3's Maria Serrano is live in downtown Kalamazoo to tell us what local employers and employees are saying. Maria.
Andy and Erica, the opinions right now seem to be mixed. Under this new plan, President Biden says it's working with the Labor Department on a rule that will require all employers with more than 100 employees to either get the vaccine or test negative for COVID every single week. Some say this move is aggressive, but others say it's a necessary one.
We're obviously in a very tough situation. The majority of Americans have an opinion either way.
Another workday is done. Another federal plan to conquer the coronavirus is proposed.
I believe in the science, and I believe the government.
Habib Mandwi, owner of City Center Market and Deli on the Kalamazoo Mall, employs 10 to 15 workers. He says he believes the new vaccine requirements are necessary.
Particularly as a businessman, I think it's important to protect the businesses because we just cannot afford another shutdown.
Right now, nearly 80 million people in the U.S. are still not vaccinated, even though they're eligible. President Biden telling Americans today his goal is to protect the vaccinated from the unvaccinated.
The goal should be to protect everybody. I mean, vaccinated, unvaccinated, youths, adults. The goal should be to help us all get through this pandemic.
Steve Cronkite lives and works in West Michigan. He says the president's plan is a bold one, but like Mandwi, feels it'll help the country get the upper hand against the virus.
Other countries would love to have this vaccine and not even offer to them, but here we have abundance of it, and when the incentive and all that, and still people resist it, I'm not really sure why.